everyone, it is Liam Catterson here, and this is a pretty big and essential update video that I want to share to you guys because big things, big changes are happening. For the majority of February, there's not going to be much content posted for both YouTube and Patreon, but I'm going to elaborate on that in a moment. I'm going to be sharing this video out to upcoming releases, so people, because not everyone is going to see this crop up, so I don't want to have people panic on why is Liam not posting much in February, but I'll go into detail about that. It's pretty exciting. It's nothing concerning and whatnot. It's nervous, but it's exciting, but I'll elaborate on that in a moment. As well as I want to talk about certain updates to shows that I'm doing. Again, it's nothing concerning or whatnot, but I do have plans on a couple of updates for a couple of shows in the future. That will be after the event that I've just previously spoken about, as well as a few life updates, because 2021, personally, been a pretty interesting start for me. And the main reason is because of my absence for the majority of February. So, as I said, there's not going to be much posted in February. There will be a few videos uploaded, but it's nothing to what I usually... it's barely close to anything that I will usually post. And that is because I'm going to be moving house. From tomorrow, I will be collecting my keys, and it's pretty exciting. It's pretty nerve-wracking, but this has been something that I've been, chasing towards for nearly a year, and I haven't had much luck, but that changed coming into January, where things were looking pretty rosy, and tomorrow I'll be collecting my keys. So obviously, whilst I move a lot of my stuff in, buy new stuff, get everything settled, there won't be much posted in February. And even once I'm settled in, I'll be doing a plethora of catch-ups because because all of the videos, of course, will be affected. So with stuff that is currently airing live, like WandaVision, or stuff that I want to catch up on before a certain show starts, like Red vs. Blue, once I'm set up, I will immediately get to work on filming them, and then we can get back to, I guess, the status quo for, if anything, the last week of February, but the beginning of March time, definitely. So, but yeah, that's why there won't be much content posted in February, because I'll be moving house. All this will be transferred to my new house. So, yeah, it's, like I said, a pretty nerve-wracking experience, but I'll get the hang of it. So, like I said, what this means for YouTube is there will still be videos posted out, because I know if you guys have read the schedule, I said that this week is probably going to be the last week for a few weeks until I post a schedule because of this reason. And I know a few people have been concerned because there are certain important episodes coming up, and there is that worry that I won't be posting them until a couple of weeks, but I've got a theory that all will be well. Like, something will be posted next week, potentially. Make of that as you will. But yeah, there will still be videos posted, but it won't be anything as, regular as what I usually do. It'll be like 1-2 episodes a week, if anything, of whatever show gets posted out there. So, except for WandaVision and Red vs. Blue, because the stuff that will be published, I've already uploaded to try and avert copyright stuff and whatnot, because copyright is a huge problem. It has been for the last couple of months, so usually you want to upload your stuff very early so you can beat the whole copyright malarkey. Yeah, that's what it means for YouTube. For Patreon, I've already explained this for Patreon people, but just in case not everyone got the memo, but just in case, I will be pausing subscriptions for the month of February. So what that means is, what I think this means is, because I'm sure it means this, but not 100% certain. But what this means is if you're already an existing subscriber on Patreon for the month of January, you won't be charged in February. So there is that. If you're planning to join June, February, you'll still be charged. That's the way Patreon works. But for those who've already got a membership on Patreon, if you're already a member, you will not be charged, and I think you'll still have access to posts. So that's the update for Patreon. So yeah, that is why I won't be posting much in February. But like I said, by March time, the status quo will roll on, and it'll be business as usual. But I am pretty excited, but I am pretty nervous. Like I said, this has been something that I've been looking towards for nearly a year, but it doesn't hit you until, like, this moment right now, because tomorrow I'll be collecting my keys, and, I'll begin the process of getting everything sorted, and, I might even do a little bit of a house tour once once I've got everything settled and whatnot. So, it should be pretty exciting. So there is that. Afterwards, though, this is what I want to be talking about in shows in terms of what is going to be happening in updates. Like I said, nothing bad's happening with the shows that I'm providing a little bit of an update over, but I don't know. Call it a big brain moment, if you will, and whatnot. So, yeah. But I had this idea that because I know I've wanted to post 2 episodes a week again with Lucifer, same with Once Upon a Time. So I had a bit of an idea of doing the best of both worlds without straining myself and whatnot. I'm planning a rota. 1 week, there'll be 2 episodes of Lucifer. The next week, it'll be 2 episodes of Once, same and repeat. So I feel like that might be the best method in providing 2 shows for both shows, but without, straining things out, etc. for me. Because, whilst I'm still doing a lot of shows, I am still only human, and I do want to do, everything else in my own time as well. There is a lot happening. And I do want to get back into it in terms of doing 2 episodes a week for Lucifer, as well as start doing 2 episodes a week of Once Upon a Time. So, yeah, that's the plan. I've got a rota planned. 1 week it'll be Lucifer, 2 episodes a week. The next, it'll be Once Upon a Time, the 2 episodes. So, so that is it. 1 week Lucifer, the next Once. 1 week, the next after that is Lucifer. I hope that's understandable. It's a rota. Lucifer once, yeah. That is currently that. I also plan to start doing Attack on Titan Series 3 uploads. I've been meaning to do that for quite some time, but with the house, with everything else, it's been a bit of a whirlwind, so I haven't had time to do Attack on Titan edits. I've got all of Series 3 recorded, so I know everything that happens in Series 3. And I will be doing Series 4 after I have done the majority of edits in terms of recording. So, and what's going to happen, for those who might not be aware, I will upload them on a Dropbox, because the copyright system is garbage. Like, you can dispute for Attack on Titan videos, but, it won't be valid. Fair use won't be valid, apparently. So, but the plan is I will be uploading. I will probably share a folder for the YouTube version of Attack on Titan edits. There you go, guys. So that is the plan for Attack on Titan Season 3. Once I've got everything sorted out with my new home, I will begin editing Attack on Titan Series 3. And I'm probably going to do that in the same week that I'm catching up on WandaVision Red versus Blue. Because Attack on Titan's a short series anyways, there's like a plethora of episodes. But like I said, once the majority of episodes get uploaded onto Dropbox, I will start recording Series 4. Or Season 4, and everything should be all hunky-dory on that end. So that is Attack on Titan. So yeah, those are really the updates I have and plans for shows, because as I said, I do plan, once I more or less settled in with my new home and got everything sorted in terms of applications and whatnot, I will begin recording, but I'll start off by catching up on WandaVision and Red versus Blue, especially since The Flash will be coming back in the beginning of March, which is more or less around the time WandaVision is about to come to a close. So I want to make sure that I don't have too many ingredients within the bowl, if that makes sense. Too many eggs in one basket. That's the proper way to say it, but I haven't had my coffee yet, so yeah. Actually, it's all good. But yeah, those are pretty much the updates and shows. I'm not sure if I've got like plans to do any new shows as of yet, because again, I've got so many shows at the minute. But yeah, like I said, keep an eye out on the community feed, on I guess the channel, Twitter maybe, because sometimes I'll just tease things on Twitter and be like, ooh. So yeah, but everything is pretty much the same. I'm planning the rota with Lucifer and Once Upon a Time, so 1 week can share 2 episodes. The next, yeah. So, but yeah. What about a little bit of a life update as well? Because I do plan to try and make this concise. I am trying to nail more concise videos, because sometimes I used to went on for like 2 hours. But you know, I've been learning a bit more about myself as of recent with my autism, and learning about certain things that I was unaware of doing. And yeah, there was some stuff that was pretty startling because of the fact that I was damaging my health without realizing it. So, and it kind of threw me off for a couple of days, but you know, I'm learning a bit more of myself, and I'm feeling a bit more confident about me being me. So same with the diet, because usually what I do on the final weeks of December is I will take a few weeks off, and I didn't really gain that much over the winter, which was surprising, because usually when it comes to Christmas, we talk about the added on weight, etc., with the Christmas dinners and the puddings and whatnot. But I was surprisingly doing well for myself, so that's put me on the that's put me in a good position for this year, because I do plan to shed a lot of weight, hopefully by the summer, but I won't complain. At least by at the ending of 2021, I want to be within the 13 stone region, and I'm currently at 15.4, so I am on track, and I will still have my weekends off in terms of eating whatever the heck I want. But but I am kind of like changing a few things with my diet as well, because I used to be really hard. I used to be very, very strict, like very, very strict, and I've now like assigned myself 1,000 calories, etc. So, and I think it's been aiding me more so than it did last time, because there was usually this slow burn off when I last did my diet, but now I'm seeing progressive steps. So I am making good strides, and I hope to, you know, keep up that. I do want to get back into the exercise habit, but of course the issue is with the UK lockdown, and even so, I wouldn't go into the gym anyway, not in this current situation, because you just never know. So, I mean, I did plan to, like, early last year, like, before the country was in this crisis, I did plan to, okay, I want to go to the gym, because it's been something that, it's been an absence for me for a few months, but I want to go back. But then the world got into hell, and even when, you know, gyms and all that jazz were reopening, like I said, I didn't want to take the chance, because you just never know. So yeah, but I do hope to get back into that, but when that will be remains to be seen. So yeah. There is also a little something that I don't want to get too complacent over, because this time last year, actually, I was in this position and didn't work out well. But recently I've been speaking to a very good friend, and we've both been having, like, these feelings for each other. And this is not something that I usually, would be game for, like a long distance relationship. I always say long term. I don't know why, but a long distance relationship. So, um, I resided. I assigned myself to the fact that if it comes, it comes, but I'm not going to be actively chasing it because, um, the process with me is I get myself in a relationship, and by the end of it, I'm just going to be hurt off. Same with my the last person that I was with. At the end of the day, she ghosted me, and um, she decided, okay, maybe it's best to break things off. Funnily enough, though, like 6 months later, she comes running to me saying she still loved me, and by that time, I just couldn't, because of the fact that you don't ghost me, etc., and then ghost me again for 6 months, despite the fact that you give this "we can still be friends" shtick. Which I never buy, because it's more like it's more like, trying to come off this situation without burning too much bridges. But every time I've had that, yeah. And even so, when I was going through the dating scene, there was ghosting. Like, I may as well have wrote "ghost" on my forehead, because um, so I'm not getting too complacent about this, because, a few months down the line it might not work out, and I don't want to get too, like, too immersed into hoping that this might work out, because it might not. So I fell into that mistake last time, and you get ghosted. So, but yeah, we decided we want to, like, try and hope for something, and then once things have eased down, of course, within this country, we could meet. So, and she's a very lovely person. She's been someone very supportive. She has watched a few of my D&D games, and I had the, like, experience on Saturday where everyone was just like, everyone in my D&D group was just having fun because, oh, she's in the chat, Liam, and I'm like, but yeah, she's honestly sweet. She is pretty amazing. We've thrown in a few, like, cause we're friends, fans as well. We've thrown in a few jokes towards each other as well. So, because we do love that show, but we do love a lot of other things as well. Like Buffy, like, she is aware of my reactions. Like, that's always, like, the scary part. Like, if someone's aware of my reactions and I'm like, oh boy. No. It's my audio series that is the most scary thing. She was aware of that, and I'm like, well, this is the end. But speaking of that, I have another announcement planned, actually. So, yeah. Things have gotten off to a great start. And I'm hoping to keep it that way. But like I said, I'm not getting too eager, etc. But for the past few months, things have really developed for us, and it was only, like, this past weekend where we decided, okay, let's do it. Let's hope for the best. Let's go. So, yeah. I'm sure you'll come to know her in time, because she does want to play Among Us with me. So that's going to be pretty fun. So, she might pop around every now and again in the Among Us streams. But, yeah, like I said, I'm keeping my fingers crossed that this is going to, pave out well, etc. So, yeah, there is that. So, yeah, there was also one additional announcement, because it didn't, cross my mind until I just mentioned it, like, 2 moments ago. But, this is something for you guys who, like, not 99% of you guys won't give a toss. So you could end the video there if you want. No, but this is a passionate project of mine. So, yeah, but I do plan to get back into writing more Catterson Chronicles. It's been an absence of a couple of years, mainly because of the lack of motivation. It's been a very, very stressful 2019 and definitely 2020. I mean, it was for everyone, but on a personal level as well, yeah. Like, it's so eerie that I'm having a good start to the year. And I'm just worried about what's going to happen at the end of this year. No, but I found the motivation, and I am planning on, hopefully, like, the deadline to, like, releasing the audios of my audio series will be, if anything, November, December time of this year. I'm hoping to get the writing for... It's not called Series 4 of the Catterson Chronicles, but it's called Extinction. And I'm breaking them down into, like, different, I guess, series of that, like Extinction Part 1, Extinction Part 2, etc. But it fleshes things a lot out further. And, I'm really liking the direction things are going, so I am currently doing that. I'm currently writing, and fingers crossed all goes well, and I'll be back to doing voice acting more. Woo. But yeah, that's a little something thrown out there to the 1% of people who might enjoy it, because it's not, like, especially I would call myself amateur writer that I am. Like, they're not going to be the best thing ever. But at the end of the day, it's something that I do love, and I think that's what matters most. It's something that I do want to produce, and I do put a lot of thought into it. So, but I'm not going to be the next, like, I'm not going to be, like, I don't know, the next, I don't know, the next best script writer. I'm just going to throw that. Nothing's coming into my head, and I don't know why. I'm not going to be the next Stephen Moffat, so just to throw one random name out there. But yeah, it's something that I do love, and I think that's, you know, counts so much. So yeah, but that's all I have for announcements. I did go on a bit too long, but there was a few more life announcements that I did want to talk about. But the main thing was that I am moving house. You'll be saying goodbye to this soon, so you'll still see it in future videos that I do plan to upload. Like, even once I'm settled in, there's still going to be videos with this, but don't get too comfortable here. But yeah, that was the main thing that I did want to talk to you guys about, because like I said, I don't want to leave people in the dark about why I'm not going to be active as much in February. Like I said, I'm still going to be posting, like, I'll be posting this link on future videos, so, like, people of all fandoms can get the memo. So yeah, but that was all I had in store. So I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to stay safe out there, crazy world, and yeah, I will see you guys next time. I love you lots, and until next time, toodles!